Welcome people, this is Tommy Rust and there I am, and today we're tackling a Range Rover Vogue 2005. Straight in with the noisy stuff, here we go. This needle gun, absolute mustard for getting the loose flaky crap off, going with it all the time. There's no need for you to see all of this, I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. So just going around all the areas, making sure I get all of the scabby bits off. All around the edges of that hole. That's where it's going to rot first. Rot out from the holes outwards. All the seams. You can't see an awful lot because my arm's in the way. I didn't know that until I started watching the footage back and thought, right, that's marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. But you get the idea. You get the gist of it. Take all the loose, scabby, crappy material off first, whether it's paint, previous wax coating, or the metal itself. Just get a shot of it. So this is obviously the whole vehicle has had this same treatment, and it just takes so much time. Obviously the scabbier, the more time it takes. The old office staff are leaving early. It's about right. We'll get some lovely cars come in. And you never know what you get dealing with until you actually lift the thing on the lift and get underneath it. And sometimes you look up and you're like, oh dear God, I'm gonna have an absolute nightmare with this. But this one, considering that we've had some 2005 Range Rover Vogues come in, and they are normally diabolical. If they've been anywhere near the coast, they are absolutely terrible. But this one's been so well looked after by the fellow who owns it. Came in with new plastic arch liners. The brakes have all been uprated, taken off, resprayed. Honestly, the Brembo front calipers, I think they're 6-pot on these, at the front of the vehicle are bigger than my head. They are ginormous. It's the V8, so it's a proper weapon on the road. So he's doing a good job of looking after it, doing the right thing by bringing it into us. Then I go straight in with the MBX wire wheel. Obviously this is not the same as sticking a wire brush onto an angle grinder. It's gear reduced, so you're not just absolutely hammering at it and throwing material everywhere. This is a much slower movement, hits at the surface as the wheel goes round. If it was going any faster than this, it would just be skirting across the surface, but because it's slower, it picks at it and actually takes a lot of the metal off back to bare metal. You see it's coming up a bit brighter, a bit greyer. If we really went with this, more than necessary for what we're doing for prep on this before we wax, you'd actually get it back to bare metal and it'd be bright silver underneath. Bright steel. Again, you don't want to see all this, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Not only you'd not want to see all of this, I don't want to see all of this. I've already done it today. Why would I relive this any longer than I had to? This is a necessary job. It's not a job of love necessarily, although I actually don't mind it. Not in a perverse way, but I actually don't mind it at all. You know exactly where you stand with the car. Again, just making sure I get into all the little nooks and crannies and the details, where you've got those seams and the seals down the outside and the welds. And then after that, straight on with the rust converter onto any rusted surfaces. So that's mainly why I don't go back to a clean steel, because it absolutely doesn't help me. I need to go back to a sound surface and then convert the rust. Obviously I can't convert bright steel. Some of it's just gone on my mouth. And we're not painting, you know, we're waxing, so this is a rust prevention treatment. And there we have it. There it's drying out and going black, converted.